I think we are live. I can never tell with the update that Facebook has done if we are good or not. I'm going to assume we are. If you can hear me, drop a hey below or just let me know where you are tuning in from. I love seeing all the different places that you guys come in from. So, let's get this party started. I am talking to you today about content creation. I want to teach you how to simply create more content because the struggle of creating high quality content consistently can be one of the biggest challenges for online marketers and online entrepreneurs. So, um, we are in a busy place, right? It's very noisy, it's very loud, so it's very hard to stand out above the noise and above the crowd and above our competition. And so that is what we're going to talk about today. How to create higher quality content simply so you can rise above the noise, so you can be heard. There is more content being created and published now by marketers and brands, and it's getting very difficult. So you have to put out your best content so your target audience hears you, right? So that is what we are going to do. And I am excited for this. If content creation is something you struggle with, type struggle in the comments so I know that we are on the same page, all right? Also, if you want the written version of this live training, every single Tuesday, I go live at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and I give you the gift of my written notes. So to get those, just comment, it's 2 words, Liz List, 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 and Lulubot will get those sent to you. All right? And so, excuse me, that is what we are going to talk about today. So listen, I am dyslexic. I struggle with storytelling. I struggle with getting my words outright. Communication via me reading or me writing isn't the best. That's why I write a blog every single Monday so I can get better at it. So creating content, creating a post on social media has been a freaking challenge. Do we have anybody else that is dyslexic that is watching this? Say dyslexic below if that is you as well. So I've worked out a really long time at getting better at this. It's a skill that you can learn. Even if you're not dyslexic, it's something that you can learn and something that you can get better at. However, being dyslexic has been a gift to me because I'm able to learn, I was able to learn coping skills. I was able to learn simple ways to get ahead, simple ways to get better. And so it's been a true blessing. So let's go ahead and get started on a few hacks on how you can simply create content. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Liz Medley, and I teach weekly tips on how to build a freaking amazing business, a cool life, and to be able to show up with confidence. And I am excited to be sharing these with you. Go ahead and share this to your team chat, share this to your team page, or somewhere where online entrepreneurs hang out or people who are creating content hang out. This is for them. Now listen, if you are crushing it in the online content creation area of your business, props to you. I have something that has changed everything. And if you want access to my super secret ninja program that I use, go to lizmedley.com/so good because it is so good. The link is in the description of this video. If you are crushing it already, share this with your friends that suck at it or are struggling with it or want to put out more high quality content. Share this video with them and then you can head on over Rockstar to that link. All right. So when you focus on creating content that your audience will actually love and that speaks to them, you need to make sure that you're speaking directly to that person. Talk to one person when you're writing that post. And the chances are you're going to make a bigger impact, okay? So identify who you are talking to. Who is that person? What do they need to hear from you? What do they already know? What don't they know? What problems can you solve? All right, so that's the first thing. The next thing is having your expectations in check. We do not post to get sales. We do not blog to get sales. You should be posting. Don't post and pray, because shit doesn't work, right? Like, we've all done it. We all try it. Like, I just need to post, and you just need to put something out there. This will work. I'll try this. Let's try this. And so I want you to know that you do not post to get sales. You should be posting to solve problems. You should be posting to gain trust. You should be posting to get people to raise their hands and identify themselves. You should be posting to entertain your audience, which therefore, when you post, that gives you the opportunity to get leads. Any like and any comment, that's a lead, right? So then you can nurture that lead. You can get to know them. You can solve their problems. You can entertain them. You can love on them. And then you can make an offer. Or then you can start to get sales, right? So don't post to pray. Post to get leads. Post to educate. Post to entertain. And post to solve problems and gain trust and identify. Get people to raise their hands. Okay? Sweet? Got it? Get it? Good. The third thing before we get into how to simply create content is before sharing, I can't even read my notes. Third thing before sharing. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. The next thing is picking categories. Picking content categories, 3 to 5 categories that all of your posts will fall into. Here is my personal content categories for my personal profiles. And some examples are testimonials. You can teach something Tuesday, inspirational Monday, overcoming objections or answering questions Thursday, family Friday, share a story Saturday, sharing your missions on Sunday. So picking a handful of categories is going to help you to be able to simply create content for that day that either educates, entertains, helps you identify who's watching, helps you sort and sift through your audience. So if you set up your categories, it's going to help tremendously these next steps that I give you. All right. Does this make sense? Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? All right. Here we go. All right. So let's talk about making sure I'm not missing any comments. Okay. Let's talk about how to simply create content without losing your mind. Okay. So we talked about posting and praying. Way too many of you are doing this. You are just like, oh shoot, I need to post today. So you just throw something up there and pray that people throw credit cards at your face, and you pray that they join your network marketing team, and you pray that they want to be a part of your group, and you pray that they want to buy your products or services. And listen, it doesn't work. That is not a strategy, and it doesn't work. You're just throwing up graphics, you're throwing up prices, you're throwing up links, and just, throwing up stuff because you feel like you have to put out content. You feel like you have to make that post. And the thing is, people are not winning with this strategy. So let's dive in and talk about what is working. What is working? So this is my first trick on how to simply create content. This is something that helped me tremendously. I have used it, since I think 2015, and it's created a private Facebook group to store inspiration. So when you create a Facebook group, you have to add one person. So I added my husband because I don't want anyone to see this group. No one needs to be in this group. It is for the sole purpose of a place for me to store things that inspire me, that speak to me, that make me go, oh, that is good. Or, ooh, I could totally do this with that. Okay? And so when you are in a rush and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't planned out my calendar for the week for content. I don't know what I'm going to post today. Oh, today is Testimonial Tuesday. Let me go over to my group and see if there's anything in here that speaks to me that I can then use as content. Okay? There's also, I use this group because I see stuff or I get into this mindset that's like, oh my gosh, This would be good. This would be good. And like, I have all these amazing post ideas that all come at once. And it's like, if I don't make these posts now, I'm going to forget, right? Anybody else ADD up in here? For sure I am. And so I have all these ideas that come all at once. And so I would just make all the posts. And then like an hour later, I'm like, oh, I'm like, ah. And so I'm making all these posts. They're competing against each other. That it's not thought out. It's not being purposeful. And it doesn't work. Even though they were incredible posts, I put them on top of each other, back to back to back to back to back. And I just fire them off and I didn't get the results, but they were great posts. So what I do when that happens, I go into my private Facebook group that just myself and my husband are in, and I put the post in there. So then when it's the next time for me to post, I can go to this group and get the ideas. Okay. It's also a great place to share Facebook memories, old Facebook memories, Instagram posts. You can even store pictures that you want to use in the future, and it becomes a library of ideas. All right. Another great thing is like if I have some ads that pop up on Facebook in my newsfeed that are just freaking brilliant. It might be a completely different niche than me. It might be something that doesn't relate to my business, but the structure, the bullet points, their intro sentence, maybe it's just the image that they used. I'm like, oh, this is good. And so don't just share that ad to your group because it's not going to give you their text. All right. Make sure you just copy the parts of it that you like or that speak to you, paste it into the group. And I even go in and leave myself a note, or I go ahead and just edit it out, like, because it has nothing to, like, it might be like about car dealerships or something, but it spoke to me and I'm like, oh yes, I could do this and this and this with that. So, this way, when you need to create meaningful, purposeful content, you have loads of ideas and inspiration to go by. All right. We're not stealing people's stuff. Let's make that real clear. We're not stealing people's stuff. This is a place of inspiration and ideas. And when things come to your head, a place to store it instead of mass posting on your profile. You notice on my personal profile, I post like once a day. On my business page, I post about twice a day. Okay, and on my business, on this where you're watching this at right now, I use the lizmedley.com/so good, that tool, to automate this with past content. And that brings us into repurposing content. The second step, listen, there is no need for you to be making fresh new content day in and day out. I talk about this a lot, and you've made some incredible content. Why not reuse it, right? I want you to picture this, a parade going down the road. You're standing there and the parade is moving. If you throw out a post at the beginning of this parade, and then you make that same exact post in the middle of the parade, and you make that same post at the end of the parade, it's always going to be different people seeing it, correct? Right? Drop a right in the comments if this makes sense to you. At the beginning of the parade, you say this. In the middle of the parade, you say the exact same thing. At the end of the parade, you say the exact same thing. The same thing is Facebook. Oftentimes we see social media audience as like a standing army. Like just like an army just standing there watching you. And oh my gosh, I can't believe she used that picture again. She just used that last week. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she said that same exact thing. I can't believe it. That's not the reality. It is a moving parade. It's always different people on at different times, seeing different things because of the way the algorithm is and their busy schedule, and the time they get on is never the same, and they're not always going to see your same stuff. All right. So I want you to start reusing your amazing content. You can do this again by sharing it. Oh, that was a good post. Look at all the interaction. People loved this. Put it into your Facebook group, your secret Facebook group. I call mine a notebook. That's where that goes, okay? You can look through your Facebook memories and find good stuff, but start reusing your content. Maybe you use the same exact picture with different wording. Maybe you use the same exact wording with a different picture. People are not going to remember what picture you just posted. And that actually moves me in to the next thing. And this is batch shooting your images. This is a hack that I learned early on when I started working online. I needed pictures of myself, pictures of things that I was doing, pictures that I was taking, because I know that's what people want to see on social media. They don't want to see graphics. They don't want to see pictures of products. They don't want to see words and ads. They want to see real life. They want to see what I'm really doing. And so I was so dang busy and rarely cleaned up. My daughter was 2. I was working 10 to 12 hours a day, 25-minute one-way commute. And I was busy like you, right? And so how in the heck am I going to have time to create pictures of myself, right? And here's the thing. I would get cleaned up-ish, and I would take some photos. I would change my shirt. I'd take a few more photos. I would switch up my hair. I'd take a few more photos. I'd change my lip color. I'd take a few more pictures. I'd add some eyeliner, take some pictures, go outside, sit in my kitchen, sit in my office, sit in my living room, take some more pictures. In an hour's time, I would have 20 to 30 photos. Okay? And so listen, by the time I'm going to post picture 1, and then picture 2, 3, all the way through my 30. By the time I get to day 31, you think anybody in that parade is going to remember that I posted picture 1 before? Hell no, they're not. No, they are not. They're not. They are not. So reuse your own images and batch shoot your images. All in the same day, all at the same time, while you're cleaned up. For real. And maybe one of the pictures you're holding a soda. Maybe another picture you're holding your coffee mug. Maybe in another picture you've got your smarty farty glasses and you're like, what's going on, right? Change your shirt, fix your hair a little different, change your lipstick, and go on with your bad self. But you have to start building an arsenal of photos that you have taken yourself, that your husband has taken. It has to be your own content. This is a part of content creation, is having your own photos. Can I get an amen? Can I get a commitment? Can I get a oh yeah that you are going to start doing this? Not only reusing your content, but batch shooting and reusing those pictures and using your own dang pictures. Can I get a yes, commitment? Something. Are y'all picking up what I'm throwing down? Do you like this? Is it your thing? Is it helping? I need to know. I'm not seeing any comments. I think it's a glitch because I see people around here. I see lots of you. So, all right, let's go on to the next part of this verbiage. The struggle is real. Figuring out, I got all these awesome photos, I got these pictures, and I put my 10-second timer on, I ran, jumped on the couch, picked up my coffee mug, was like, hey, got it, sweet, right? And so now I gotta figure out what words to put with it that speaks to the person I'm talking to, that is going to make an impact, that is going to be purposeful, that is either going to teach them, entertain them, that is going to add value to their life. Shit. Right? The struggle's real. I'm dyslexic, you guys, and it's taken me so long to get better at this, and I still struggle. And it's exactly why I force myself to write that blog every Monday. Because I want to get better. I have to get better in order to stand out, and so do you. The garbage that I see getting thrown up is garbage. It's a waste of time. You might as well not even post because it's bad. It's salesy. You're talking about how much money they're going to save and how much it costs and where to buy it. Why, like, one, why do they need you? You'll never know if that anyone was interested. 2, people don't want to be sold to, so they're not going to stop. 3, Facebook doesn't want you to sell to them without paying for ads. And so guess what? They're not going to show it to anybody. So you just wasted all of your time when you might as well have taken just a little bit extra time and been thoughtful and been purposeful and planned it out. And know, okay, these are my categories. Today's Tuesday. This is what I'm going to post. Tomorrow is Wednesday. On Wednesday, I talk about my job. I talk about where I do for work. I talk about something wacky, whatever, so you can get that prepared for tomorrow. You can start thinking about it. Thursday, I do a throwback Thursday, and I talk about an incredible product that my network marketing company has. That's the only Thursday is the only day I make 2 posts on my personal profile. That's it. Tuesday is the only day that I make, or Thursday is the only day that I make 2 posts on my personal profile. Every other day, it's 1 post. Saturdays I don't usually post. And so if you are posting multiple times a day and you're struggling, know that you're over posting, and it's okay to post once a day. It's okay. I'm giving you permission. It is. It is. And that may change. Facebook may change, and they may want you to put out more content. But quality is better than quantity. Okay? And so if you know your categories, you know what's coming up. You know what's going to come up, okay? And so let's talk about verbiage. Oh, is it torture? This is torture for me. It is so hard. So this is what you can do to save yourself time and get inspiration. One, you're going to use your secret group to look through there and find something, right? Some wording. Maybe it's just a couple sentences and you're like, oh, I can say this and then I can tell a story, right? Here is a hack for you. You know those really cute pictures that have like awesome inspirational quotes on them? It's like this time of year, it's, you know, has like something fall-like and like a cool quote, or, you know, if it's in the spring, it's some pretty spring flowers with a nice quote, or a sunset with like these really like meaningful inspirational quotes or stories or whatever it is. Instead of posting a picture that you didn't take with writing all over it that you didn't write, instead of sharing it, instead of saving it and reposting it as your own, why don't you use one of those pictures that you took of yourself, setting the timer running, hopping on the couch and be like, hey, use that picture with the quote as the wording, not on your picture. Type it above the picture, your caption, right? Brilliant, brilliant. All right. And so then maybe from there, you can talk a little bit about your mission. Say this inspirational quote to grab someone's attention and tell a story. Use the inspirational quote to grab them, to get them to stop their scroll and teach them something. But don't share those inspirational quotes. People want to see your face or what you are doing, pictures that you have taken, and then use some of these words on these inspirational cards or quotes and take them. All right. Here's another thing that you can do is Google. I freaking love Google. I got my degree from the University of Google. So say there's a picture of you drinking a soda. You are drinking your soda and you're like, oh, yeah, super cute, you know, with your new, you know, rockin' sweater, cardigan, and you're sitting on the couch enjoying yourself. Google soda quotes, hanging out on the couch quotes, or if you got your coffee cup, coffee captions, coffee quotes, right? It's you and your girlfriend captions, hanging with my friends captions. Google it. Click images. Click one of the blogs. What does it say? Some really good content that you're like, oh, I'm totally going to use this, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to add that to it, right? You guys, it can be very, very simple. Now, I'm not saying plagiarize. I'm not saying steal this stuff. I'm saying use it to inspire you. Use it to stop the scroll and then to educate, to entertain, to teach something. Cool? You guys like that? When you Google whatever captions, and you click images, it's going to trigger you to come up with something creative, something to say, something your ideal target audience needs to hear. All right? Let's wrap this up. If you want the written version of this, comment Lizlist, Lizlist, and Lulubot will get you the written version of this. Okay? So, and again, if you are smashing the content creation, go to lizmedley.com/so good. That is the tool that I use to automate my content, to pull all my best content from my different social media platforms and repurpose it, chop it up, share it all sorts of different places. So I'm always putting out content. If you're a part of Messy Buns in Business, what's up to you? But you know, I'm posting there daily. You know, on this business page, this fan page, I'm posting multiple times a day. I'm not physically going in there and doing that. It's old content that I've already created, that I already repurposed, that you guys are already liking. The moving parade is going, so I'm always hitting different people with it, right? I don't do that. All I would be doing is creating content. I already created the content. Now it's automated with this tool. So lizmedley.com/so good is going to help you for those of you that are already crushing it. But I want to leave you with this. This is the most important thing I'm going to say to you. Do not post just to post. Don't post just to post. Don't overpost. Right? I don't want you to make this hard on yourself, but I want you to create content that converts into money, that converts into sales, that converts into happy customers, content that people want to see and content that people want to interact on. You have got to slow down before you post. You got to slow down before you share. Don't put out shit just to put out shit. Like, because it's shit. It doesn't convert. You're just like, oh, let's try this. I hope that works. Oh, maybe this will work. Ah! Right? Slow down. Slow down. How can you use what you see and what speaks to you online as inspiration? So when you see something or you read something that speaks to you, how can you use that as inspiration to create your own post like that, to pull on those same strings, to pull on those same emotions, right? And when you slow down for a moment, you guys, you'll be able to speed up and you'll be able to get the results that you want from the content that you are creating. But you have to be purposeful, you have to be meaningful, and you have got to slow down before you can speed up. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go on my phone, pull up this video so I can see all your comments and answer any questions that you have. As always, I am here every Tuesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're not a part of Messy Buns and Business Facebook group, request to be in there. Answer the questions. I would, or never hesitate to reach out either. I would love to go live and speak to what questions you have, what areas you're stuck in. And so never hesitate to reach out. And then also, actually, one announcement, I should have made this at the beginning, is I am no longer taking one-on-one coaching clients. At this time, I am not taking any more one-on-one coaching clients. I know that I get requests every single day. I get applications every single day, and I just wanted to make that announcement. If you want free coaching, you can join my network marketing company, and you will get free coaching from me. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. That's kind of where that stands. So those of you that were on the wait list, sorry. And I've actually sent out an email, so you will be getting, you would have already gotten it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Say Liz List below if you want the written version of this show. Talk to you later. Bye.